So, what is up, guys? Tyler is back. We are back with Secureteam after a pretty good holiday. How was your guys' Christmas? Was it good? Well, I hope so. I hope you all had a great Christmas break. And I gotta say, I as much as I love Christmas and the holiday season, I'm happy that it's over because it's a ton of stress and pressure. And I'm just happy to get back to what we do here. Let's cut out the chit-chat, let's get back to some UFO footage, some strange things happening around the world. And before we get into that even, I just want to preface this video by stating very quickly, once again, that there was no war, is no war, happening between me, or Secureteam, however you want to call it, and MUFON. If you watch my last video, which by the way, that video was in all good fun, MUFON knows that, I know that. A couple of shots taken both ways, but in a lighthearted way. So just want to clarify, no hate needed, no trolling of MUFON needed. The conspiracy or the rumor that MUFON has been infiltrated has been going on for years now. It didn't start with Secureteam, it won't end with Secureteam, and MUFON have sent me an email emphatically denying that there is any infiltration into their organization and that they would love a chance to set up an interview at some point to clear the air. And while I do have some things coming up soon, we are definitely thinking of setting something up. So again, just wanted to clear that up. Nothing happening between me and MUFON. I wish them the best. So with that, let's get to it. The first bit of news, and we're going to be catching up to a lot of things that we've missed or that I've missed while I've been on this little Christmas break. But what just happened earlier over New York has caused people to be sending me a lot of emails, a lot of messages, and if you haven't seen it, well, local New Yorkers were shocked and amazed when this eerie blue light took over the night sky in the Astoria neighborhood of Queens on Thursday night, where you just have this beautiful pulsating blue wave of light taking over the city skyline. And I have a few different videos here sent in to me from viewers, so check these out. So as you guys can see, it seems to be a pretty massive event that occurred here, whether natural, unnatural, and it's obviously sparked a ton of theories as to what it could be. Now, we have people on the ground or skeptics who have said, well, this is likely or was likely the result of an electric power transformer blowing up, causing this massive burst of blue and white flame, and is something similar we've seen in the past. In fact, here is a video from 2011 showing a similar happening in Queens, although you'll notice it doesn't fill the sky like we're seeing in this new footage here, but check it out. And so with people posting things on Twitter with captions reading things such as, quote, "End of the world" or "Transformer explosion in Queens, New York," obviously you're going to have a lot of people speculating about what's happening. Now, many people looking at these older pieces of footage have said, well, these look much more localized. You don't get the sky, you don't get what's happening in these new clips happening in some of these older ones, when the older ones are clearly transformer explosions. But here you have this blue light that just sort of stays in the sky. And with these other transformer explosions, it happens, you see a bright flash, then it goes away. then something else happens, then it goes dark, and then you have a bunch of smaller flashes. But nothing like what we're seeing here. And so that's kind of the first confusing thing people are saying. Now, we also, oddly enough, have a statement here from the NYPD stating that, quote, there is no evidence of extraterrestrial activity, confirming incident in Astoria was result of transformer explosion. No evidence of extraterrestrial activity. And with the police account here seemingly reassuring many people who had been taken aback by the sight of the unearthly light. According to what I could find here, to wrap this up, a utility company says that the arc flash was triggered by an electrical fault at its Astoria East substation at 20th Avenue and 32nd Street and Queens. But still, with videos coming out like this showing what appears to be the sky from end to end, all across the horizon, turning this bright blue, even if it were from a transformer explosion, it's definitely eerie. And at this moment, we can only go by what the mainstream news says, but can you really always go by what they say? Tell me what you guys think, and thank you all for sending in your videos of this when you didn't know what it was. And that's the point of Secureteam, to get to the bottom of it, so tell me what you think down below. Now, in other news, talking about what happened above Gatwick Airport in the UK last week. If you guys remember, videos were being posted all over the web, myself included, regarding the total shutdown of the Gatwick Airport, second busiest airport in England, after what they called a drone. A small, independent drone operator had apparently flown a drone above the tarmac, above the planes, and they shut everything down. They shut the entire airport down, grounded all planes, brought in the military to try to figure out what was going on, and immediately people were voicing their concerns that something more was happening, that there had to have been a UFO sighting, and we have several pieces of testimony from people saying that they witnessed a disc-shaped object flying over the airport at the time this was going on. So the military comes in, and again, this went on for days. So you're telling me that for a single drone that you can buy at Walmart, not only do they shut down completely the UK's second busiest airport, ground everything, bring in the military, choppers flying around, but it goes on for days and days like this, with them finding nothing. Now, it was reported that they had arrested a couple, a woman and a gentleman, who they suspected of flying the drones. And after which, everything went kind of silent and people said, okay, maybe this just was a drone. Well, almost immediately after that, reports came out saying that the couple, or original suspects, had now been released without charge. And to be honest, we really don't have much else yet, but here's what we do have. Police did find, or say they have found, a broken drone that was discovered a few miles away from Gatwick Airport, and that the drone had some fingerprints on it. But the fingerprints are unknown. They don't know who they belong to. So we have a broken drone miles away from the airport, no video of any drone that should have been around there. I would think there would be many videos of it. No video. We had two suspects that are now released, and we have this whole entire Gatwick Airport episode that just doesn't add up. And I've gotten a ton of messages from people who work at airports, who have dealt with similar things in the past, and they say, no way, for a single drone would the military be brought in and have an airport grounded for nearly a week as they scrambled to find and or cover up whatever the hell was happening above that airport. And as I said in my original video about this is very similar to what occurred above the O'Hare, the Chicago O'Hare Airport back in the mid-2000s, where yet again another disc had been witnessed by multiple people hovering above the airport, where things went into lockdown there. And of course, the airliner later on attempted to deny it and say it was this or that, but even the pilots there who witnessed it said it was a flying disc. And I'm wondering, is this something similar to what's happened at Gatwick? So the story just doesn't add up. Now, another big story that originally, when I started seeing it getting posted by all of the other big or even small UFO-related channels, when I saw it getting posted, there was just something in me that said, Tyler, sit back, bide your time, and do not post this footage until we know more. And if you haven't heard of it, well, surely you have heard talks of a massive pyramid-shaped UFO that was caught hovering above the Pentagon a couple of days ago. And if you hadn't, well, you're seeing videos here. According to what I can find here, there were at least 3 separate videos, or at least 3 videos that were shot. It could have been from the same people, but 3 different videos of people driving around the Pentagon, people taking video of it from their hotels, all of which depicted this massive, dark pyramid sitting up in the dark skies above the Pentagon while it slowly rotated, giving us a look that it indeed was a 3-dimensional object slowly rotating, as you're seeing here. And something in me just said, Tyler, don't post it. Something about this isn't right. It doesn't look real to me. I mean, it does look real, but it does sort of have that CGI type thing to it. I mean, it's not very hard to create a 3D rendering of a pyramid and put it into some footage, motion track it, upload the footage to a few different channels, and boom, you have a mass UFO sighting. However, from the get-go, my reasoning for not posting this was that if this giant pyramid were actually above the Pentagon, you would have far more than just 3 different videos of it. You would have 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 videos from all around that area spotting a massive, giant, rotating pyramid sitting in the sky. But we haven't gotten that. And so people, while I understand wanting to jump on this story because it's so fantastical and wanting to get that first video and say that I was the first one to post it, I just had to take a step back because something about it was ringing false. And after a few days, it seems that we may have some evidence that would indeed show that this whole event was certainly not what it seems. And that was through an email that I was able to conduct a private conversation with the man himself, who stated that as part of an art project, the 3-dimensional pyramid UFO videos were created and are indeed not real. Now, he won't give me his real name and is working with something called Volta 7 Studios. And by the way, this can all be found on their website, where it basically breaks down everything that happened regarding this pyramid Pentagon UFO fake or hoax. Now, people have been, I guess, hounding this guy, calling him a hoaxer, calling him a disinfo agent, and apparently one of the only people he would even talk to about this was me, for some reason. Apparently the guy is a fan, he's an artist, he's a fan of the channel, and so I tried to get in contact with him. But from what I can gather, the guy's an artist. He created a few of these videos with the pyramid above the Pentagon. He doesn't want to get into the full specifics of why he created the videos, other than, aside from being an artist, part of his goal was to spark a conversation. And this is according to the website you're seeing here. He believes that it's not his place to tell the audience what all this means, and rather he wishes the audience themselves to come up with their own explanation as to what all of this means to him. So I get that. He's trying to stay anonymous. He's taking a lot of heat. If indeed he is the creator of these videos, which a lot of people jumped on, and I didn't, thankfully, because we've been down this road in the past. And usually when it looks too good to be true and there's only very few videos of it being uploaded, you can usually tell something's going on here. Whether it's part of a movie promotion coming up, they will put out these viral UFO videos and just sort of put them out there and see what people will do with them. Now, I'm waiting for further, confirmation and further talks with the artist of this so we can get more information, but from everything I've seen here, the pyramid videos over the Pentagon are fakes, which is why I'm glad I kind of waited a few days to get some more information. So, I wish it were real, guys, but from the get-go, it all just seemed very movie promotion type thing. I get it if you're going to have a UFO pyramid, but then a UFO pyramid directly above the Pentagon. I'm not saying it was fake. I am saying, though, however, it appears that way from the information we have now. Even that could end up being a cover-up to pull the wool over our eyes in case it was real. So let's not just give in yet saying it was fake before we have the full answers and before this guy comes out and just lets us know and proves that he indeed did create it. So with that, those are the videos that we needed to catch up on. The battle with MUFON, the pyramid over the Pentagon, the giant blue flashing lights over New York, as well as the supposed drone and all of the strange things happening with the Gatwick airport. And so I am glad we could cover those. Now we can get back to posting footage. I have an email backlog here of a ton of footage that I'm going to be going through tonight. So look out for more videos in the future with much less chit chat, more footage being posted. Let's get back to the roots of Secureteam. No drama, no wasting time on collateral matters. Let's just get back to this search. Let's all be friends here and let's see what we can find. So thank you guys again. I hope you all have a wonderful new year. The Secureteam is back, and better believe we are ready to rock and roll. Stay safe, guys.